Okay, Yuji, first of all, thank you for your free time you have given to us for this interview, and we're glad to hear you and see you again after 6 months.
Yes, exactly, about 6 months. Yeah, it's a long way from the Croatia to here too. Right.
Yes. So when you were here in Nova Gradiška, you said that your goal is to come to Olympics, and that goal is fulfilled.
So
You have come to the Olympics, so your goal is fulfilled, right?
so right now, so yeah, I could arrive in London. Yeah, exactly. So this is one of my achievement. I achieved. Yeah, exactly.
So how do you feel now?
So right now, as you see, yeah, right now, there's a lot of, emotions appear in my heart because, and there's a lot of, the feeling, the mind of, appreciation appeared in my heart because from China, it was very long way, about 5 years walking and about 12,000 kilometers I walk. So, it was very hard and there's a lot of, hardness and also, difficulties happens. And also I saw lots of, the hard situation of the world. For example, when I was in China, I saw lots of pollutions. The people, they have no choice but to live with the pollution. And also when I was in Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, I could see many kind of things related with the war. And also there's a lot of orphans, there's a poor people. And when I walked through, the Syria, I saw the conflict, I saw the demonstration, and also when I saw in new countries, I also many kind of, the things which is related with war, and also many, the people get suffer. But, each time, every time the people, stay with me, supported me, encouraged me, and always give me lots of power. So this is why right now I have lots of the feeling of the appreciation for the people, and also this what I want to say that this is not my only my achievement. This is not my own goal. This is everybody's goal, everybody's achievement. This without everybody I couldn't alive here. Everybody's here, so this is I could walk through the country to the country, and I could overcome the difficulties every situations. So I really feel that this is a wonderful hope to telling the the real peace message.
So how was your trip? Did you have problems crossing all of those borders, Slovenia, Italy, England? Do you have some problems with authorities or with some injuries and all that?
So from China, there's many kind of difficulties happens. Like when I was in Vietnam, I was almost died because of the health problems. Suddenly I lost my mind and dropped the road. And 1 week I couldn't move, I couldn't drink, I couldn't eat. Nobody found me. This kind of things happens, and also at that moment, and also when I crossed the border. For example, when I entered the Europe country, as you know, the Schengen rule in the EU, European Union. So this kind of the thing, this happens, when I was in, Switzerland. That moment, just only 2 days left, expire my, the visa. But I keep, my faith. I keep, do my actions for the peaceful, protect environment. And every time this, the visa problems, also when it happened, my health problems, always the peoples appeared, the solution appeared, came to me, and everything's, suddenly, goes smoothly. So this is a very, very amazing thing. So always I would like to, to keep my faith. And if I try my best, the good things for this world, every time, some kind of miracles happens. So this is a wonderful thing. Yeah, I learned things, one thing.
So how do the people react on your mission, your love to earth, nature, for that you're planting trees and all?
Okay, so as you know, I walk through so many countries. I walk 17 countries. So there's a difficult, different culture, different environment, different religions, different thinkings. I met so many people, right? But every time the people understood my actions, and every time the people try to do some action together. Why? Maybe I believe that that is maybe this kind of the people's attitudes is can depends on me, I think. So like when I arrive the countries, I try to become the pleasant for the people, for the the environment. 100% I open my heart and try to try my best for the people, for these communities. So also from with this the my attitudes, but also when I arrive the country, I try to become the local people, try to learn the language, try to learn the culture, try to learn the religions, try to eat same food with the local people, stay with the local people. Then when I try to understand their culture, their opinion, always also the people, the people open their heart and they try to do something for for their communities. So that's why even sometimes some the hard thing happens, always the people who come to me and they understand my actions. I could do lots of actions, like planting trees, helping the poor people, or giving the lecture for the students. I could do a lot of things all my way toward London.
So you've been in all that 70 countries. You had so much time to meet all their beautiful natures, mountains, meadows. What is your most beautiful country you have been?
Okay, so every place for me is the very wonderful the environment, the wonderful the people there. So it's quite hard to say that which place is very most beautiful place. But I want to say that things the Croatia also the one of the the beautiest the countries. Yeah, and also the people is very the kind. It's true. Yeah. So like I couldn't see all the the environment in Croatia, like a coast side or some kind of the national park. But through my walking from the Serbia now into the Slovenia, I walk in the mountainside, and also I walk around the river. I also walk through the some kind of the wetland areas. That's very very beautiful, and I really enjoy in your country, and also not only the environment but also the people. Oh my God, it's very very wonderful. The people, I think top three the kindest people in the world who I met all the way. Because every in the place, even the small village, even the small towns, the peoples always welcome me and invite me to their house and serve some traditional food, traditional drinks. Also, for example, also when I stay the town, also Marco, he invite me to the house, serve me some sarma or rakia, this kind of things. Yeah, this is for me the Croatia is one of the the biggest memorable the country for my working in.
Thank you for the compliments. How do you comment all that little interest in your mission and this trip by the journal?
So as you see, always I try to involve the media. Get an interview from the newspaper, also get an interview from the televisions. So each time I can spread the the message somehow. So because I when I try to do some actions, always also from me I try to to contact to the media, and also sometimes also the media first they contact me to spread the message together. But sometimes, yeah, it's quite it was very hard to spread the message through the media. Not the Croatia. For example, when I was in middle Europe, like Italy or Switzerland or the France, this kind of country, it was very hard to spread the message through the media. As some media, they have a connection with some kind of politician or some kind of big person. So always they try to change the message. They try to change what they want to spread the message. So sometimes these things happens, but normally always the local people, also the media people. So they understand the message, and they try to spread a real message for the people. So like there's lots of different occupation, right? The government or some kind of the company's people, teachers or some lawyers. There's a different in the level, but actually everybody the same person. So when I try to attend to the people as one of the person, not as a peace messenger, as a Yuji Miyata, when I try to to contact with the people, always, even the government, even the media people, even the the teachers, even the high the positions of people, always they become the one of the person, and they always contact as a friend, as a family. And they try to do some, the help for me as a friend and a family. So yeah, not only the media, but also every time, every people, when I try to do this kind of attitudes, always people understand the real message to the people.
So we talked yesterday, and you said that people in London said to you that all this is great, all this you have to do for the earth and nature, but when they need to participate with you, they gladly reject it. Why? How your day looked like today when you have the last walk towards the Olympic stage?
So would you please tell me again?
So we talked yesterday, and you said that people in London said to you that all this is great, what you do, what you have do for the earth, for the nature, but when they need to participate with you, walk with you, they gladly reject it. So what do you think about that? And how today was in London this day, when you have the last walk to the Olympic stage?
Okay. So today, as you said, I walk to the London the Olympic Stadium. But before, I also prepare to participate, to call some people. But unfortunately, nobody come. Yes, So, but this is quite sad things. But somehow the people understand my message in England, in London, I think. But most important things that is I can then reach to the London, and also know not the the British people, but many people, the world people, in their heart, they walk with me all the way toward London. So today's things, it was little bit sad, things, a little bit upset, but in my heart, yeah, I really feel happy, and also I really to appreciate everybody who work with me, every time concern me, always beside me, trust me, the things. So yeah, it's take a long time maybe in Britain they understand the message, but also in Britain, the London, in England, also there's a people who try to do a good actions for the protect the environment, for the the peace. So just I live in the London a few days ago, so it takes a little time, but exactly when I lived in this, the country, when I lived in London, some people, understand my actions. Maybe some people's, start the actions. Also, some people, try to do many actions with me. Some people touch my, their heart. Exactly, some things happen. So, even this kind of, today like this, today, bad things happen, but always I keep my, the faith and try my best for it. I will not give up, for this world.
So what do you expect from the Olympics?
So you mean what I start?
What do you expect from the Olympics? Olympic Games?
So this time the London Olympics, they said they will try to hold the Green Olympics, and also they said let's inspire the generation to the generation. So I saw this kind of the sign. So I think I hope they can spread the real the peace message, environmental message to the people. Like for example, this times in my achievement alive in the the London. This is also the wonderful hope that the people across the country, across the generation, across the gender, across the religions, across everything, we all can unite and do some action for the peace to protect the environment. So also the Olympic have a golden opportunity, because many nationalities come in the same place. Through the sports, through the lots of activities, from the government to the the art, athlete, and also some the people who try to watch the game. Everybody can come to one place together, and they can spread the message together. So I hope at the London Olympics that they try to spread the green and also the peaceful message. So during this Olympic times, I hope the people can spread the real peace message, and also through my actions, and also maybe through this the times from the London, the England, the people can spread the real message for this the world, and maybe the people can start some action, I hope.
So what would be your message or a recommendation to people all around the world, the next generations, about world peace, about Earth, about the nature? What is your message for those who will in the future do something like you just did, or who are interested in resolving the problem of global warming, preventing all the catastrophes? But we all think that we can't stop the catastrophe, the global warming, but we can prevent it from spreading in some way.
Right. So as you say that right now lots of bad things happens: global warming, climate change, people easy to fight each other, and also there's a lot of conflict. They hate each other. These kind of things happens. Especially the last year, 2011. There's a full of the bad things happen, disasters in Japan, Taiwan, also the conflict in Egypt, in Syria, Libya, and lots of places things happens. But we don't need to think negatively. We can think more positive way. Like as I said before, my achievement, our achievement is golden opportunity, the hope, the wonderful hope. From the government to the children, we all together, even different countries, even different religions, even different cultures, we all can unite. We all can gather the power to spread a message through my actions. So I would like to say that everybody have a power. Everybody have a mind of humanity. So everybody, if the people using this power of the humanity, power of the sharing the happiness, sharing the the joy, the power of solve the problems, this the kind of the power of humanity, exactly we can solve the problem. So I would like to tell the people that everybody have the opportunity and possibility to do some small actions. And this small action making big difference, more beautiful world, peaceful world. So, don't, think negatively. Let's think positively, positively. And as we did, and through all my way, toward London, let's, do this kind of small action continuously, and let's making the beautiful world together. We don't need to think, negatively. We can do these things. We can make peaceful world and beautiful world together.
So on your trips, you also planted lots of trees. How many trees?
So right now, already on my hand, I planted 3,046 trees, and also include some cooperation with some organizations, and I planted over 1 million trees. So yeah, this is huge numbers, and also this is very, very wonderful, the things, because the tree is a symbolic of the nature, and the tree, when the people planting trees, people can feel the real peace message. Like many people know that peace exists between human and human, but also the peace exists between human nature. So through these actions, many peoples, understand the real peace message, and through the planting tree with me, after I left the place, and the people, the schools, and also the organizations, and the government, they try to go to plant trees and the places. So this is the wonderful the things that happens right now. This is a beginning, but it will be spread certainly worldwide, and the people easy to understand what is a peace. Yeah.
So what are you doing after the London next? How many days are you staying in?
So as much as I can, I try to stay at London during the Olympic times, and I try to do some activities, to cooperate with the Olympic Committee, or some in the London city government, or some organization. At this moment, right now the process to organize the things, but exactly some things happen. So depends on what I can do for this place. I try my best to spread the message, and after London, I will go back to the country where I walk through, like also the Croatia, and do more actions together, and also we can think about what we can do together in the future. So I will try to arrange this kind of the plan in the future, and after this, going back to the country where I walk through, I also go back to Japan to making the foundation. So already I make an agreement from the 3 countries: Korea, Japan, Taiwan. So I will start this foundation, and this year and next year, 2013 and 2013, I will do this kind of things for the opening the foundation, and after that 2014, I will start working again, Africa, and
So at the end of our conversation, is there anything else that you want to say, or to say hello to anyone?
So lastly, I really want to say thanks to the Croatia people, because yeah, sorry,
it's okay.
Yeah, Croatia, when I was walking through Croatia, and even I left Croatia, many people supported me and also give me a lot of power toward London. And because of the Croatia people, my friend who live in Croatia, they give me a lot of power, and that's why I could walking through London. So right now, I really want to say thanks to the Croatia. I really love the Croatia. I really love the Croatian people. And also, in the future, I try my best for your country, Croatia. and not only Croatia, but also, for whole world, the people. There's a lot of, the people get suffer, like Croatian people. So for everybody's, happiness, everybody, when they die, that moment, they said, our, life is very wonderful, lots of happiness. The people can say this word. I try my best for the people. And once again, I would like to say thank you.